Hi, ladies. It's week 12 and your last week of school. You're going to be looking at graphing on a coordinate plane this week. So you'll notice on page 29, there are a couple different visuals that you can look at that will kind of just help remind you how to use a coordinate grid, as well as what the origin is, how to plot points on a coordinate grid. So this is a really great resource for you today, and for your other assignments throughout the week. So make sure that you're kind of referring back to these because it's great. You're going to go right, so you're going to go over to the right, and then you're going to go up. So it just kind of reminds you how to write ordered pairs, how to read a coordinate grid. So there's a lot of great resources here. So throughout this week, starting on page 30, so page 30 is going to be Monday. Your directions are basically just telling the point that's located at each ordered pair, writing the ordered pair, and then actually plotting the point. So this first page has a little bit of everything, so we'll do an example of each. So on this one, looking at number 1, we're telling what point is located. So remember that first point is your x-axis. That's going to be that over number. And then the second number is your y-axis, which is going to be the number that's up along this y right here. So this over here is your x. And then this line is your y. So if we're going to go over to 5, I'm going to go along the x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm looking here at 5. And then I'm going to go up to 8. And you'll notice that at 5, what letter is right above 5 is M, and across from 8. So the point that is at 5, 8 is M. So then writing the ordered pair for each, remember that ordered pairs are going to be written with parentheses, and they're going to be your x and your y are going to be separated by a comma. So what we want to do is we want to find n. So n is right here. The first number that you're going to write is the x, so that's going to be the number directly below. So directly below n along the x-axis is 1. So that first number that you're going to put is going to be 1. And then you're going to see what number is directly across from n. So the number directly across from n is also 1. So your coordinate is going to be 1 for x and also 1 for y. And then last thing that you're going to be doing on this page is actually plotting the points. So you're going to be writing S at 6, 11. So first thing we want to do is we want to find 6 along the x-axis. So 6 is right here. And then we want to go up to 11. So the number below should be 6. And the number across should be 11. So 6 should be below and 11 should be across. And you're going to put that right kind of where they meet. And then the letter you're going to be writing is going to be the letter S. So right next to that point, you would put the letter S. So for Tuesday's assignment, let's get there. You're going to be doing pretty much the exact same thing. You're going to be telling what letter is located at each of these ordered pairs, writing the ordered pair for the letter, and then plotting points. So we can look at number 1, which is 3, 1. So remember, you're going to go over along the x-axis. So this is the x, this is the y. So we're going to go over to 3 and then up 1. So the number across should be 1, the number below should be 3, and the point that is there is F. So then for that this middle section, we're going to tell what the ordered pair is for the point. So we're going to find A. Remember, you're going to put parentheses, and those x and y are going to be separated by a comma. The first number that you write is going to be your x. The second is going to be your y. So the number directly below is your x-axis. The number directly across is your y. So the first one we want to focus on is the x-axis, which is 8. And then your y is directly across, which is 7. So the ordered pair is 8, 7. Last on this part is plotting the points, just like we did on the last page. So looking at B, we have 2, 8. So remember, x is the first number and y is going to be the second number. So we want to find 2 along the x-axis, and then we want to go all the way up to 8. So 2 should be below, and 8 should be across, and you're going to put a point right where they meet, and then you're going to mark it with the letter 8. Our B right here. Oh, not a D. A B. There we go. All right, for Wednesday's assignments, what you're going to do is you're going to actually look at the visual, and you'll notice that down below, instead of numbers, there are letters for the x-axis, and the y-axis has numbers. So it has a visual there for you because I'm not really super familiar with the game of chess, so I would not be able to find the black queen or the white queen. So you'll notice that for the black queen, it gives you a visual of what that's going to look like. So then you want to find it, see what's right below, which is D, right across, which is 8. So then the ordered pair is D8. So we'll do one of the black knights. So you'll notice there are 2 of them. There are two spots. So we'll do one of them. So one of the black knights we can find. So the black knights are these little horses. So remember, you want to find what's directly below, which is going to be your x-axis, and across, which is your y-axis. So we write our x-axis first, which is going to be C. And remember, parentheses, and we're going to separate these with a comma, and directly across is 6. So one of the 2 is going to be at C6. All right, so super fun page for Thursday is going to be one of the mystery pictures. So just a reminder, so 33 and 34 are going to go together. And your bottom is your X, along the side is your Y. And just a reminder, how you do this is you do each section on its own, okay? So you're going to make sure you connect each of these to each other, and then the stop sign tells you that you want to stop and you want to move on to the next part. And each of these sections is going to be connected to itself. So basically, these are going to connect to itself, but you're not going to connect 15.5 to 7.6. You want to stop and you want to start fresh with this new section. So we'll do a couple of these first ones together. If you have a straight edge or a ruler or something that'll help you connect the dots and make straight lines, that's super helpful. So the first thing we want to do is 5, 5. So we're going to go down here, look at 5, and then we're going to go up to 5 and put a point. There are no letters for this. You're just going to place those points. So then you'll put a check mark to show you that you did that. Next is 3, 10. So we're going to go over to 3 and up to 10. And on this, you are going to connect these lines. Okay, so these 2 will connect. Okay, so then I've done that one, so I can put my check mark. I go to 5, 16. So over to 5, up to 16. And I put my point. Put that a little bit better. 5, 16. And this was the last point that we did, so we're going to connect these 2 together. So you'll notice that I started here, connected it to here, and then connected it to the third. So now I'm done with this one. Now we do 7, 17. So I'm going to connect what I just did, 5, 16 to 7, 17. So I'm going to go over to 7 and I'm going to follow it all the way up to 17, which is right here. Put my point, and then I'm going to connect this last point that I just did with my new point, which is right here. So you'll notice that once I get to the end here, I'm going to stop and I'm going to start something new. Okay, so I would not connect 15.5 to 7.6 or 7.3. I want to do each of these independently on their own. Okay, so just a reminder, when you finish figuring out who's there, you can color this picture. And then for the last assignment for this week is your assessment day. And it looks like you have about 6 questions. So you're just going to complete these 6 questions and then make sure that you send a picture to me either on Remind or on through my email. Just a reminder, this is the only page that you actually have to send to me. If you'd like to send all of them, that's great. I'd love to look at them. But this is the only page that I really need you to send to me. I've also been receiving a lot of the fluency pages, which are these right here. Also awesome. Please keep sending those. That's awesome. But just a reminder, in order to get your credit, you want to make sure that you actually send the assessment page, which is this page right here, 35. So if you have any questions, as always, reach out through Remind. Bring your questions to our Zoom call on Tuesdays and Thursdays this week. And I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.